Hi, everyone. I'm Kathy Velasco, Assistant Regional Advisor for the Society of Children Book Writers and Illustrators in Illinois. And I am here today with Lisa Katzenberger. And we are so excited to introduce Lisa as our new mentor in the Laura Crawford Memorial Mentorship. I knew Laura personally. I loved her work. I did a book review for her local paper. She's a star, and we love celebrating her in this mentorship program, which we'll talk about in a minute. So first, I want to introduce Lisa. Lisa's been writing stories since she was a kid. Books have always been a part of her life since her mom took her to the local library every week, and she was able to roam around the children's section and pick out anything she wanted to read. She loves escaping into stories, and she still can't believe she gets to write for kids now. She is an expert. She is on the faculty of the Writing Barn, where she teaches picture book writing courses, including perfecting the picture book, writing social emotional learning picture books, and helping you during the submission price process called Write, Submit, and Support. She lives near Chicago with her husband and two kids. She has a love letter to my library, which came out in June. Croc and Gator, which is a chapter book series and the first book is called Swamp Ranger School. And then next week, well, it'll be like July 2nd, she has a book on I Can Do It, Even If I'm Scared, Finding the Brave You. And her very, 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 very first book, National Regular Average Ordinary. Welcome, Lisa.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, Kathy. I'm happy to be here and talk about this great mentorship opportunity.
Yeah. And is there one message you want to get across today to everyone?
I want to encourage everyone who is interested in pushing their work further to go for it, to not be scared or nervous to apply. I teach a lot. I have had a mentorship myself, which was so formative in my early years of writing. So I am so happy to be able to give back. I like to be really helpful, kind, and encouraging with my feedback. So I want to give honest feedback, but let people know what's working and where there's room for improvement. So I'm really looking forward to working with someone to help take their craft to the next level.
And when you had your mentorship, what were the results?
Oh, right after that mentorship, I finished probably, I think we went through a lot of manuscripts. It was a long mentorship, but I came out with manuscripts that I was able to submit, picture book manuscripts to submit and secure my agent, Wendy Gu.
And for beginners, it's really important to have how many books when you start submitting because they don't want to just see one, right?
Right. They'll want to, agents will usually want to see at least 3 picture book manuscripts before they will take you on.
Okay. So should we dive in and talk about the mentorship?
Yes.
Okay. So I think so. Two goals of the mentorship is to help the storyteller reader ready a manuscript for editorial submission and publication, and to help the storyteller grow professionally. And it's a 6-month period focusing on one manuscript, and you just are going to work on everything, right? Character, plot, emotional arc. What's the most important thing or the weakness you think people have? What do you see as a teacher?
Oh, what is most important for me, I think, is with any storytelling experience is what do you want your reader to feel? So getting that emotional resonance in a story, even if it's a funny story or a silly story, you still want readers to feel something. And so that's something that I've worked very hard in my work and studied a lot and hope I can help writers bring into their work as well.
And it's 6 months, but it's not scary. It's not college.
No,
So
there'll
the
be no exams.
so the first week of August, applications will be accepted and you'll be doing lots of reading.
Mhm.
And then the first week of September, well, by the first week, a winner will be announced, which you'll choose.
Yes.
And then by October 1st, you'll have written comments delivered to the winner, your new mentee, and you'll discuss Viva phone or Zoom or even in person, right?
Mhm.
If they're close. Um, and you're like near LaGrange, right?
Yes,
So
I'm
you're
in
kind of
LaGrange. Yeah, western suburbs. Mhm.
so that's cool. So tell me what that first session will be like by October.
What I think is most important in a mentorship is for the writer to, after they've received feedback, to tell me what they want to get out of the mentorship. Tell me where you're stuck. Be real honest with what you're maybe struggling with or that you want help with. And that will help guide me to focus on the area that will be most impactful to you.
Okay, cool. And so then you'll send it to them like maybe a week before the Zoom, right? So when they first get that, what will it look like? There'll be a lot of bubbles, right? What does it look like?
Yeah, so my style is to read a manuscript first, the first time with fresh eyes, and do immediate comments of what jumps out at me. And then I put it away and I think about it for a day or two. And then I come back and I take a deeper second and third read. And from there, I make little notes to myself on what I think the manuscript could benefit from, whether it's character development or emotional resonance or working out the story arc, plot, anything that I think might need help. And then I write an editorial letter to the author with my feedback, suggestions for improvement, and of course, reinforcement on what they're doing well and we'd love to see more of in the story.
So the letter sounds a little scary. Is it like 1 page, 2 page, 25 pages?
Not 25 pages, no. I usually write about maybe a page, single space, maybe a page and a half, depending on, what there is. And for a chapter book manuscript, it could be longer as well.
It'll be picture book and chapter book. Rhyme or no rhyme?
People are welcome to submit rhyme. I will admit I have never been able to sell a rhyming manuscript, so that is not something that's really in my wheelhouse.
Okay, good to know, right?
Yeah,
Okay. And then by November 1st, the first revision. I mean, that's what the mentorship is about, right? The revision.
yeah, yeah.
And so you're hoping what? That they'll like think about what you thought, try to make some changes.
Yeah, take the feedback and really take your time with it, sit with it, and really push yourself to cut some words if you need to, add more words if you need to, dig deeper into that character and to the emotion, the heart, or the humor of your story, and really kind of take it to that next level.
So I started out my picture book with 900 words, and I've been revising and revising, and I've had a lot of critiques with agents and editors, and my book's bilingual, so I just had one last week with a Venezuelan author, and now I'm down to I mean, it's so stronger, and it's like 500 words now. Like it's so much better. Like it's amazing, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, and a story needs to be as long as it needs to be. Some stories you can tell in 500 words. Some stories you need 720 words, and that's okay as long as it doesn't feel long, as long as the pacing is on point. And those are all kind of things that we can work on in a mentorship.
And that's one thing that I think, I've learned from editors and agents. Well, mostly editors, like they don't even look at word count. I think
Mhm.
agents
They
say
can
it because
tell,
they
like
don't want a novel for a picture book, right? But
they can
but they
feel. They know by pacing, they know by page turns, they know by if description is going on too long. They can do it by feel. Yeah.
so page turns are the hardest, and so you'll be helping with that.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And then by and then a month later, by December 1st, you'll do the Zoom phone interview meeting again and go through everything. Then by January 1st, the second revision. That's
Mhm.
like a gift. And then you'll have a final discussion.
Yeah.
Are you gonna have like a party that day?
Ooh, maybe there should be some way to celebrate. I love to have fun.
So that'll be like by January 31st. So it's not really a scary mentorship. It's
No, not at all. Nothing
no,
scary to be found.
no. You can do this, people.
Yes.
Fly, do it. You can fit this in your schedule. If you're a teacher, winter break is like during the one of the Zooms and the second revision. So you can do this. You can do this. Anything else we want to add? It was so much fun talking to you
Thank
today.
you. No, just know that I'm very excited. I'm very passionate about teaching. I'm very passionate about giving back. SCBWI has been very, very informative to me as a writer. And so I am happy to share what I have learned all these years with other folks and get the best story we can make out of something.
And it's a free mentorship. There's no
Right.
fee.
No.
Like, do
Okay.
this. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
other ones you sort of have to apply for and some cost, right? I mean,
Yeah.
do this. It's free. You have nothing to lose, right, Lisa?
Nothing to lose to apply. Yeah. I'd love to see everybody's stories.
So happy summer, everyone. Work on your revision, do your application, send it by August 1st. We're rooting for you.
Yay! Thanks, Kathy.
Bye.